This is Miko. She's doing a board and train, and she has compliancy issues. She's a very typical type of Shiba, and that she's real clever. She will try things so that she doesn't have to do stuff or to control the situation. I'm not going to walk. And then she got positive reinforcement when the dog walker picked her up. She found out if she limped, she could do the same thing. This dog went to 3 different hospitals in New York City where they all said the same thing. She's physically fine, it's behavioral. Yeah, it's a Shiba, you know. She'll do the Shiba scream. I don't want to do that. If you have a dog that does this, it can be very embarrassing. You're in public with the dog and the dog doesn't want to go down the steps or something, then start screaming, you know? She'll try that shit. She will. That's a Shiba. And if you have a Shiba that doesn't do that, you know, well, that's your Shiba. I'm just saying that there are a percentage of them that do. Shibas also are known to have a, you know, bite history. There's statistics on Shibas. It's very important that she becomes compliant. And one of the things that we're using to help the compliancy issue and the status issue, or I think her status is screwed up. She's a Shiba. She thinks she's the queen, is an e-collar. Now, right now I have the pager only on her. It's an e-collar, but it only vibrates. And we're trying that, and the reason why we're trying that is that I keep putting an e-collar on her with even a bungee cord. She has a very small neck, right? And it's like a pipe, you know, it's real round. She got a haircut recently, and the e-collar's not staying in position. So that's not good. If you have contact points and it moves around, it'll cause irritation. And I've tried everything, and no matter what, she'll shake and she'll move it around. So I'm trying something that doesn't have any contact points. The pager only, it has no contact points, it's flat. So it really doesn't matter if it moves around that much. It's not gonna, you know, it's on the surface rubbing. We don't really want it to rub a whole lot, but I need to find something, some way, some kind of collar that would be effective for Miko and Miko to wear and that the owners will use. If it's absurd that, you know, dogs get e-collar conditioned. There's all this time spent getting the dog conditioned to an e-collar, and then owners just stop using them. And with a dog like this, you know, you should keep using it. You should keep using it, putting it on daily. That over a period of time, and if you use it a few times a day or something, make the dog more compliant, sit quicker. The dog over a period of time, they become more compliant. You see a behavioral change. You know, if a dog does a board and train and then, oh, the dog's doing it pretty good, and then they just stop putting it on. Like with a puppy, if you do a board and train with a puppy and the puppy's coming back, you're supposed to step in and work with the dog. And you're supposed to clone yourself into the dog trainer, how the dog trainer does it. Miko, no. And she's not supposed to sniff around. If she sniffs around, she's going to screw up. Don't let your dog walk around sniffing the ground. That's what the potty command's for when you say hurry, hurry. That's the dog's opportunity to pop out a heel and sniff around. Don't you move. You stay stationary and let the dog go back and forth. But we need something to that the owners will use. I mean, people just, they get their dog an e-collar condition, their dog e-collar condition, and they just stop using it. You know, the dog's doing it pretty good. They discount the importance of this. The dogs become collar wise for a reason. They know when the collar's on and when it's off. That's why you want the dog to have the collar on for 10 or 11 hours, and then you take it off and let their neck breathe. Over a period of time, it really impacts the dog. If you're trying to get the dog off leash, fully trained and everything, once the dog's doing it good for 6 months, you say you don't use the collar for 6 months. The dog's been great. The dog's totally obedient. It's been 6 months, then you can not put the collar on. They also make dummy collars that are cheaper they look like an e-collar, but there's no, you're just buying a plastic thing that looks like a collar. We have to find something out that, one, won't slip around her neck. That's important. I need to figure that out. And something else that, the owners will use, because how many times have I heard that Miko's tried this? She went back after board and train, and like a month later, they're saying she's not walking. And I said, what's happened? This is a dog that can pick up glasses, do retrieves, will heel, will sit, do down. And they said that she tried with the dog walker not to walk, and the dog walker, like an idiot, like all dog walkers are. Lots of dog walkers don't even own a dog. Why would you hire somebody to walk your dog that doesn't even own a dog? It seems screwed up. But the dog walker, Miko didn't walk. Oh, it was a chick, picked the dog up and carried the dog back home. She gave the fucking dog positive reinforcement for doing something, trying to control the situation. Oh, the dog wants to be in charge. Okay, I'll carry it home like a fucking queen. So, like if we had something, it's an issue, I think, for the dog walker when they saw the e-collar on the dog. Like they took it off. Oh, you took it off? Did you ask the owner? Dick. So this might be a solution. Never give the remote to your dog walker. If you have to get stuck with the dog walker, this guy is young dude, he's 27, he does like an 11-hour day. Always does an 11-hour day. So he has to have a dog walker. So we're gonna try this. If this doesn't work, we might try Dog Try Q, or maybe I'll try and fashion I'll make my own sort of bungee strap for Miko. I was thinking maybe it could be a flat bungee cord. So that's my plan. But we're trying the pager, and the pager will work for Miko. And the reason why this is effective for a lot of dogs, the vibration mode. I use the vibration mode on a mini educator with her along with stimulation. She knows that when this is hit, it's a negative. If I see her on the other side of the yard, I say, Miko, here, and I have any hesitation from her, I can hit the button, the nick button, say, no, here, she comes hauling ass. It's a Shiba, It's a Shiba. Some of these breeds, Shibas, Australian cattle dogs, I always go back to the cattle dogs. They're always sort of in varying degrees, sort of like, I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do it my own way. Sort of similar, She's good. Of course she's going to be better with me, she tried this shit going out of the apartment once, and I'm like, no, I'm not picking you up, Miko. Let's go. Don't get sucked into it. If your dog was fine a minute ago and you're walking around and it sits down, it's still probably fine. Get the dog to walk. Don't look at the dog. Like if she stopped walking and I was doing this, that's not going to help. I have to turn this way, away from her, and go. You're looking at the dog, you're pleading with the dog. That's not going to help. This is a good product put out by e-collar technologies. This is a good product. It's also a good product, because if some dogs, by the way, are very sensitive to the vibration, and you can't really use these. Like Pharaoh's sort of a problem that causes excitement, but his bark collar he has on does do a real low level stimulation or vibration, and then it's followed by stimulation. So the stimulation sort of resets his mind. So even if he gets a little excited with the vibration, and over time, he's really getting used to it. And the vibration on that collar wasn't very high. So this is a good product. There's no contact points. So if your dog has skin issues, less apt to have problems. Something you could look into. If you have a problem with like an e-collar that does stimulation, you're a fool. You're a fucking idiot, and I'm gonna tell you why. Is because the e-collars can be used lower than a human can feel it. And the other day I had an e-collar on her, and I was working her on 2. She could feel it at 2. So the stimulation really is, that's a great invention. This is nice too, and it has applications, but it's limited. Even with this collar, this one that doesn't have contact points, right, and a bungee strap on her, it's still, she manages to slip it around. I'll try 1 notch tighter, but she's got a weird little neck, that's for sure, Miko. What do you think about that, Miko? Let's refit it. I'm serious, man. I keep trying everything with this dog, and the collars just keep slipping around. I don't know if it's the haircut she got, her weird, completely round neck, you know? What is it, Miko? We'll get something that works, though. That's the advantage of letting the dog trainer figure it out. I have multiple products in there that I gotta just keep trying until we get something that works. Or, in my case, if there isn't a product on the market that works, I'll make the product that works. Okay, I went another notch, and it seems to be, see the bungee cord to keep tension? I went another notch, and it seems to be tighter. Now I'm gonna work her with this e-collar and see if if it slides around. If it doesn't, then I'm going to cut the strap, and I'll use the vibrate only collar. Might be an advantage for a lot of owners. Sit. A lot of owners look at the contact points, and they're you know, oh, I don't want to put that on my dog or something.